Hey there, Soulshines, it's Michelle here, and I'm inviting you to wake up and be you. And I was in the middle of recording a video, and I still want to do that video, but what I have to share with you is different. See, as I was recording the video, I got a knock on my door, and I knew that they were coming today. I just didn't know what to expect. I wasn't expecting anything. So, a little backstory. Um, a couple days ago, or maybe even yesterday, I don't know. I think it was the day before yesterday. I was having a really bad day. Um, Being told that the next step, like I got approved for a consultation with a surgeon and not approved for surgery. It just kind of threw me into a funk, and I was just like, woe is me and all over the place. And it was just a really heavy day. And luckily, my friend, who sometimes helps me process things when it's just too much for me to process, she was available, and we really were talking and stuff, and we were just asking questions, and I give myself permission for this, and I give myself permission for that, and asking all kinds of questions. And one of the things I was like, I give myself permission for my life to fall apart. And I like to give myself permission for the positive after. That was actually what the other video was about, was some of the reasonings behind permissions. So I gave myself permission for my life to fall apart, and then I had this huge energy shift with the next phrase. I give myself permission for my life to come together. I give myself permission for all of the pieces to fall into place. I just felt this huge shift in my body. I felt a lightness in my body, that I gave myself permission to all of the pieces to fall into place. And then I started asking, what would it take for the pieces to fall into place? So some of the things that have happened since then, the testing that I have been trying to get for my son, he has dyslexia. He's just really struggling with the whole school thing. We homeschooled up until this year, and he's just really been struggling as he's been in junior high. And I've been trying to get all his testing. Yesterday they called and they're like, hey, we have this testing paperwork ready to go. Will you sign it and get it going so that as soon as we're back to school next year, we can be on it? And I was like, oh my gosh, it just fell into place. Finally fell into place. Other things, little things like that have been happening, that things have been falling into place. I've also been doing a lot more, some more clearing about money, and like I asked every time I thought about the fact that I have $100 bill in my wallet, there was like this sense of panic. So I cleared that so that I could have more money in my wallet. And I did a process yesterday where I was like, follow this person's guide, like how many years do you want it to be before you're fully out of debt? Take all your debt, divide it by that number of months, and that's how much money you need for debt each month. And so I have that, and and it was like, list down everything, like the way you want to live. And so for me, I'm like, well, I want to be able to take my family out to eat, and I want to be able to just go out and grab lunch if I want to. I want that freedom. Doesn't mean that I will every month, but I want that freedom to just be able to take my family out to eat whenever I want. And so that was in my list. So I just fill out this list, and oh my gosh, because one of the things in there was to get permanent teeth, and I was like, I want that right away. And so that was like a big chunk of money in this thing, and I came up with the whole process. I followed the whole process, and I can explain that to you on another video. Or I could just explain it to you now. You write down everything. You add 10% for your 10% fund, which is like a savings that is 10% of everything that is just for you. And it's so that you have money and you know you have money. So it's your 10% fund. And so which I haven't done. I've been doing 10%, but I was putting money away, and which is huge. It's like really powerful to see money in an account when you haven't had money in an account before. So you add that 10% on, and then you add 20% on just for the heck of it. Well, I took and I added another 10% on because I always pay tithing. I love to pay just to give gratitude back. And whether you pay it to a church or whether you like take that 10% to give back to somewhere else, doesn't matter. What matters is that you are taking 10% and giving it back and saying thank you. Thank you for everything I'm giving. I'm going to give out this money. So I created this whole thing. I added the 10%, the 20%, and another 10%, and I came up with just barely over $19,000 a month. That in order to live the lifestyle that I actually want to live, I would need that much money. And oh wow, that was intense. That brings up a lot of emotions, like, you know, like, how dare I ask for that? Like, that's just crazy. Like, all kinds of feelings and thoughts. And okay. So I've been doing the clearing work with that. I've been doing the clearing work with everything. You know, everything in my life is falling into place. One of my biggest requests is that I have, here's what I've specifically asked for this week. Specifically asked for money for groceries. We have money, but I wanted enough money that we felt like we could buy the groceries without panicking because we were going to take the account down so low. I wanted that extra that I could always just feel like I had that cushion, so I could feel like, yeah, we have plenty of money for groceries. So I asked for some money for groceries. I asked for money for pajamas because my tradition that I brought into our family, like every once in a while as growing up, my mom would get my brother and me pajamas, but it was never really a tradition in our family, and it was one that I thought was really cool and I wanted. So it was one that I started with my family. It was this pajama thing, which my mom kind of took over as we've been living with her. But to me, it didn't matter who got the pajamas. It was that we had pajamas. And this year, I've just been like, oh my gosh, how do I get the pajamas? Like, I have spent so much money on Christmas, and I have not had it coming in. The source of income that was buying groceries is gone, which kind of takes into some of the other income. And so I was just like, I'm not sure how it's going to happen, but please, could you give us money for groceries, and could you give me money to buy pajamas? Those were the things that I was asking for, and I really wanted my mom to be able to buy Christmas presents too. And so today, the knock on the door was from the counselor and the administrative personnel person. So basically, he's a vice principal that are in, like, over my children. In our school, it goes by last name, and so all three of my kids have the same counselor, and they all have the same administrative person. And I've met with both of them quite a bit over the years. Well, Mr. Murphy's brand new, but I met with him a lot this year because of my oldest son. That's at the junior high, not my oldest son. My oldest son is all graduated and married and has a baby and all that. So they came by and they brought us a basket that had a thing of bread in it and some peppermint. So that will be a fun treat for our family. But the thing that really makes me cry, it makes my spirit leak out of my eyes, you know, my love and appreciation and gratitude leak out of my eyes. That amazing thing was this. This is a gift card for, it's a basic gift card, so it can be used pretty much anywhere. And my exclamation, there we go. The thing that I said was, oh my heck. I don't know if you guys can read that. That says $500. They gave us a freaking gift card for $500. I can buy groceries. I can buy pajamas for all 7 of us. I probably could buy pajamas for my oldest, his wife, and their baby, which I would love to do. So I can get pajamas, and I can let my mom use some of this to buy groceries, to buy gifts for people, and whatever's left over we'll put towards groceries. I am just in so much awe that the universe answers the way that it does, that the Lord has his hand in all of the details, and he makes the arrangements, and he pulls things together so that it happens. You don't know how it's going to happen. I've had other people, I had somebody who volunteered something. My other stress was, sorry, I have a child at home, so I have to be really quiet, but this guy right here, right? He still believes, which I think is amazing. I think we should all believe. And I had a friend who volunteered to help with that. Just little miracles like that, and I almost felt bad to get that, and I was like, my friend, she's in so much worse shape than we are financially. I mean, at least I had some savings to pull in and stuff like that. She wasn't even sure how she was putting gas in her car, and so I was really relieved when she also got miracles like that, that somebody is helping them out too, and I was like, oh, thank you for helping the people that I love. Miracles do happen, guys, and when you ask and you clear all the resistance and you put your faith and trust that these things can happen, they will. Manifesting doesn't look like, specific things. It could have been that somebody came up with, just said, hey, we want to buy everybody in your family pajamas this year, and somebody else bought them all. That could have been how it looked, and it would have still been an answer to my prayers. I wasn't asking specifically for money. I was just asking for a way to give my kids pajamas, and I was asking for a way to get groceries, and I was asking for a way for my mom to be able to buy Christmas, because I know she was feeling bad about that. And that's how it works. You decide what you want, you ask for it, you don't put any confinements on how it shows up. You just ask for, say if you want a new car, you ask for the new car. You don't ask for the money to buy the car, you ask for the new car, because you never know how it's going to show up. And that's how it works, guys. You let go of all the attachments and you just think, wouldn't it be cool if, and then you just let it go. And when it shows up, you express your gratitude and you say thank you. So, yeah. I just had all these thoughts go through my head. Like, oh, gotta watch for that, gotta look at that. Anyway, thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope that you get the things that you are asking for. Miracles happen, and as I heard today, it's not about creating something from nothing, because you have something. You always have something. You always have you, and you are the creator of your life. And you create by deciding what you want, asking for what you want, letting go of all the how it should come, and letting go of the when, and just allow it to show up however it wants. Let it surprise you and enjoy it. So remember, everybody, to let your light shine big, bright, light, and beautiful. I'll see you guys next time.